you can't be afraid to learn and continue learning. The advisor I was 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even a year ago is very different than the advisor I am today, because the longer you're in the industry and the more open you are to different planning ideas, the more value you can provide to a client, right? So from doing things like, coordinating and being part of a deal to buy, a music star's portfolio, to buying land in foreign countries through private holding companies, those things just take years of being in the space and being open to being involved with clients on their planning. Anyone can do the stocks and bonds. That's not hard, right? It's ice cream flavors. But the question is, are you going to be Haagen-Dazs or are you going to be, 31 flavors? And you have to figure out how you're going to serve the ice cream in something that really meets the needs of the person you're serving it to. I think that's what people want to hire is smart, because a lot of people want to surround themselves with the right people to navigate the challenging things that happen to them. And so always be learning, and always be learning about different things, because you never know what clients are going to be interested in. And this might sound crazy, but I am all about travel. My husband and I travel constantly. I've lived in Asia, right? And over the years, I have found the fact that I've traveled has actually helped me in working with clients. From clients who want to invest in Africa, it helps to have been on the ground there and actually understand it, to clients who are actually putting together dream vacations and where do you stay? Like, what is the right hotel in Capri? I can tell you, right? And so that type of stuff is sort of an intangible with clients that want to feel that the person who's advising them and their family knows what it's like to sit in their seat and understand those emotions. You have to remember that estate planning is over 1,000 years old in how we function here in the United States, coming from the UK. And estate planning is a living, breathing thing. And I would say to any advisor who thinks it's only a problem if you have a taxable estate, call me when you have to take a client's widow or widower through probate, and you'll realize how messy it is not to have that organization. So I think it's a couple things here. I think one, estate planning is about organizing your client and making sure everything has been done properly, from titling assets to making sure the beneficiary designations work, to making sure that things like jewelry or art or even like their classic car is going to the right person. It's also about making sure that they have handled their wealth responsibly. So one of the things that I have found coming up most recently is that a lot of people realize they might live into their 80s and 90s, and they don't want to wait till their children are in their 60s or 70s to inherit. They want to watch their children and their grandchildren do things today. So estate planning is also about using techniques today to help the next generation versus waiting for you to die. And so that's really important as an advisor, is to be building this into all your strategies in order for it to work properly and to have that funnel dead hand control. But in terms of the industry, I would love to see the industry have a point of reflection. One of the biggest struggles I've always had is, as I've said, we are not a transparent industry. If you are the client coming in and trying to pick an advisor, you look at the websites, it all looks the same. I mean, there is a lot of just common themes. And so you don't really know how to look and say, okay, this firm is really going to be proactive and engaged, and I will get my estate plan done, versus this firm's going to be more into passive investing and I'll get a newsletter. And both formats, to be clear, are appropriate, right? But we need to give clients or our consumers a better way to come into the industry and have transparency. Because what's happened over the years is we have eroded trust with the public. And people, look, I'll be the first to tell you, I hate the term advisor. I'm a consultant, that's how I see myself, or a counselor. I don't really see myself as a financial advisor. And so I think the industry would be best served if we could figure out a way to provide potential clients and existing clients a way to really transparently look in, almost as a report card, where we can say, yes, not only do we provide services on tax or estate planning, but we actually execute, and here's proof in the pudding.